The sound of the sea. Definitely. It's the sound of the sea. I find it really, really peaceful.
I think I have a very intimate relationship with water because I'm primarily composed of it. But I do think water is one of the great mysteries.
The sea, that black vastness, coupled with your imagination of the sea, and the fact that the sea has all these creatures that are from other planets, the vastness of the sea out there, sea monsters, and the dark. You're right against it, you know what I mean? We're right against it.
I have to say, I don't really like the idea of what's below. I find it a bit kind of like, ooh. It's like I think about how deep am I, or is there going to be kind of, you know, because I do swim quite a way out, but I have to say the further out, it's almost like testing myself or something like that. It's like, go on. Like, how far can you go?
You enjoy being buoyed up by it, but of course with every swell there's always a little dip at the other side, so that's something that you always have to check for and be aware of.
Oh, that's too clever for me, all of that stuff.
How is water water? It's an eternal mystery that every time I look at it, it just completely amazes me. It behaves unlike any other material that we've got on the planet. It has a property that nothing else has, which is a form of quantum coherence. But water seems to have the quantum coherence field moves outside of the molecule, and the water can be seen to be acting as a whole. And this is extraordinarily unusual.
I think it's a great medium. It supports you. It's fun. It's a beautiful environment to be in. So for me, I love water.
I don't love water. I'm scared in the water.
I was scared of the sea because it was really big, and I was really little, and it was just really huge, and it was cold, and it was unpredictable, and you'd get splashed and knocked over, and I got dumped a few times by the waves, and I didn't like that at all, not one bit, and it would all be in my eyes, and no, it wasn't very nice. But once I'd learned to swim, I was much happier, and now I always go swimming in the sea now.
I like swimming because you can lose yourself, you can be on your own, you have more space. It's nature, it's nice.
When I'm swimming on my front, I haven't still learned the technique of tilting my head to the side and taking in a breath. I take in a lot of water. That's the way it is. Seriously, I drink so much water that it is a danger to others.
Bobbing around in the sea?
I don't like bobbing around
in the sea. Yeah, I used to like bobbing around in the sea, put it that way, when we were younger, but I don't go now, so.
I'm an excellent swimmer, and I've got loads of badges, and I've won a few competitions. I've got life-saving awards and all sorts of badges.
I'd like to have something that kind of unfold out of your nose like a periscope. Like a periscope, so that when you went swimming, you could just shoot this periscope up, and you could just get air the whole time. That would be great. It'd have to be very long though, wouldn't it? Because if you're going 20 foot down or something.
Yeah, I think so.
I have a dualistic relationship with the ocean that I'm absolutely thrilled by and energised by it, but I'm made nervous by its immensity and its depth.
When you've been down, it's really deep down in the sea, it's when you're diving, and then you come up too fast. I think you get an air bubble in your head, and it decompresses your brain.
If I go too deep, you can have headache, or So that's the thing about diving, It's not as free as people think, I think.
I don't like the idea of being underwater for too long, but a minute is long enough for me. As long as I can hold my breath and I want to be out of there.
If you get the bends, it can be quite narcotic. You can get a kind of narcotic effect. You don't know which direction you're going in, you don't know which is up or down, you don't know how long you've been in the water, you can't regulate yourself anymore. And I think it's, it's really, really dangerous.
I've had altitude sickness, which is like the opposite, isn't it?
There's only a certain depth you can go to, isn't there, without your head exploding.
I think the sensation of lying on water and having the waves take you up and down is a very primal experience, and it's saying to me, you are tiny and insignificant, and I can sweep you away.
I've got severe motion sickness. I mean, it used to be pretty bad. I used to puke all the time, but now it's a bit better. And it's not a pleasant experience for me personally, no.
I don't like jellyfish at all. They frighten me. Don't like being stung by anything. Bees, wasps, jellyfish, any of that stuff. I don't like it.
No, there's nothing that scares me in the sea. Only the obvious floaty things which shouldn't really be there, to be honest.
I love the sea and I love swimming in the sea. I think the sea is really scary, man. It's a whole another universe in the sea, man. The sea is a big thing. All kind of things. And the thing is, actually, when you're in the sea, it's really interesting, that thing. When you kind of dive into the sea and you get in there and you go out there, you realise as a being, the being that you are, the species that you are, is you have suddenly fallen very rapidly down the food chain. You are no longer the dominant species. You are suddenly food.
I'm not afraid of anything because I gave up fear, but nothing scared me at all until somebody told me I should watch out for the sharks.
I'm okay with sharks. They have such a bad reputation. Everybody had them. I don't know why. They are quite nice.
I just don't really like the idea of feeling like even fish, which is a bit dumb because obviously they're there. The bit that I really hate is when you get that seaweed. Yeah, I suppose it is seaweed that kind of like catches around, that brown sort of like stuff like tagliatelle, but instead of they kind of like wraps itself around. That's when I get a bit freaked out, and I kind of think I'd rather be in a swimming pool.
Would be too much, could you?
If I was attacked by a shark,
right?
I would scream.
Oh, come on.
And I'd be dead.
I don't think you could do much, could you?
Well, it depends. If you had me by the leg, I'd be able to scream and scream. But if you had me on my throat...
We were just talking about that now, that there's somebody on the news has somebody been attacked by a shark.
Crocodile.
A crocodile.
In
A
Australia.
crocodile in Australia. And I'm just going now.
Ooh. Sorry.
So I do have a real phobia about the water, don't I?
Yeah.
Which is driving everybody mad now.
I'm quite low down in the food chain because there's no. I am. You ever think about this? How many things can eat me? Loads, isn't it? And you.
I've been under a lot of pressure lately.